Hi Chelsea fans, Chelsea staff there with your immediate match reaction, match review to the game I've just commentated on. Fulham 0, Chelsea 1. We get a scrappy 1-0. And let's just start by saying, before people start complaining and, about the way we were playing, let's just say this. If before that game you were offered a 1-0 win, would you take it? Of course you would. So let's get real and let's get cracking. We headed into this game, having watched Fulham take on Tottenham the other night, and see how good they are defensively now. With their 3 centre-backs, or the way they play, the 3 at the back, the 4 in midfield and 3 going forward, they get the 2 players wide to get in. So if anything, when they're defending, they got a back 5. We knew it was going to be hard to break Fulham down today, and we're going to need to move the ball quickly. Now, in a game such as that, you need to keep recycling the ball. And Chelsea started doing it early, but then it wasn't really quick enough, and Fulham were able to deal with what we were taking or sort of throwing at them, and then they were coming forward towards us. It was a bit bitty. We had some good chances where Mason Mount had a shot off the crossbar, and then Hakim Ziyech with a great little dummy into the feet of Giroud. Giroud lays the ball off to Hakim Ziyech, who shoots hard and low, and the goalkeeper made a good save. Then Fulham sort of come into it in the first half, and Cavaleiro missed an absolute citalo, worked the ball on the right-hand side, and the ball come out to the right wing, and the winger, I think it's Tete, plays the ball first time into Cavaleiro, in between Chilwell and Rudiger, and Cavaleiro on the penalty spot hits the ball against his own ankle, which deflects the ball wide. Big chance for Fulham. If anything, it could have been 1-1. It remained 0-0, and it was a hard-fought, scrappy first half that changed in an instant with a red card for Robinson, the Fulham left-sided defender, left wing-back. He lunged into the challenge on Cesar Azpilicueta after the ball sort of come loose between a bit of a melee between Lookman and Mason Mount, and the ball was there to be won. Azpi strides forward to go and clear it up the line, just hoof it up the line. Robinson comes in and dives in. His left foot doesn't make any contact, but his right foot catches Azpi when Azpi is trying to strike through the ball. We have to be honest and say the red card was harsh, but what I said in my commentary, as it was happening live, if you dive in like that, then you're forcing the referee into making a decision. VAR looked at it as well. They did see that his trailing leg caught Azpi, or his trailing foot caught Azpi, and the fact it was a lunge, he was sent off, and Fulham were down to 10 men. So on commentary, which you'll see on my channel as well at some point when it's sort of all being rendered and it all comes up via YouTube. If you fast forward to half time, you'll see that we were talking about, the guys in the chat and me, we're talking about the fact that we need to take the game to Fulham now. They were going to go 3 centre-backs. They were going to go 5 across the back 4, 3-man midfield in front of them. And Chelsea needed to make sure that we did something to force them into a change. Nothing was changed the first 15 minutes of the first half. Then Frank Lampard reacted by Tammy Abraham. The Tammy Abraham come on for Jorginho, which meant Chelsea switched to a 4-4-2. The back 4 was Azpi right back, Thiago Silva, Rudiger and Chilwell with Mendy in goal. Starting, it was Jorginho, Kovacic, Mount with Ziyech, Pulisic and Giroud. So when the change was made 15 minutes into the second half with Jorginho coming off, Tammy Abraham went up front with Giroud with a 4-4-2. And it was good to see Frank Lampard react and make the change, forcing Fulham into thinking differently of how they deal with the 2 up front. Almost instantly straight away, we had some good opportunities where he got balls into the box, and Tammy had a header saved by Areola. Another ball played in by Hakim Ziyech went over Olivier Giroud and Tammy, but it looked as though Tammy put Pulisic off at the back post and he couldn't connect with the ball. And it was good to see. But the problem that we had with the 4-4-2 and the way we were playing, especially down our left-hand side, was Ben Chilwell was picking the ball up and Christian Pulisic kept coming off the left wing. And when he comes off the left wing into the middle of the pitch, in a 4-4-2, it doesn't work because it's forcing Chilwell to try and go on the outside, but he's being closed off. We had no option. So Frank spotted it and made another change. 2 more changes. He made a change, I think it was around 73 minutes or around 70-odd minutes. He made a change with Ziyech coming off for Callum Hudson-Odoi, who had a good impact in the game. And he also took off Giroud for Werner. So Werner was up front with Tammy Abraham. Hudson-Odoi right wing, Pulisic left wing. And Hudson-Odoi got involved early in the game with some good play, picking the ball up, driving, picking players out. And the Chelsea goal come from Hudson-Odoi having the awareness to pick out a player at the far post. The ball's played out to him on the right-hand side. And he's in the right-hand corner of their box. And he goes to go on the right-hand side, then stops and drags it back onto his left foot. And you think he's going to either strike it towards goal or play a ball into the box with his left foot, but he stops again. And he drags it back and he sort of then decides just to stop inside their box right corner. They're not diving in or tackling him. They're just standing him up to see what he's going to do with it. And he lifts his head up and he sees Ben Chilwell at the back post. So he plays the ball over from right to left to Chilwell, who takes a touch and drives to the byline. Now, Chilwell's cross is too close to the goalkeeper. Tammy's sort of 6-yard box-ish, just outside it. I'd say probably about 8 yards out. Chilwell's ball's just going straight to the goalkeeper. But in the first half, Areola, the Fulham goalkeeper, sort of flapped at a ball and put it into harm's way rather than deal with it and get the ball away when a ball's played into the box, and he got away with it the first half. This time, as Chilwell's cross comes over, he just flaps at the ball from nowhere, flaps it down towards the penalty spot, and there's Mason Mount waiting. The Fulham defence trying to track the ball across. Mount just opens his body up and he just rifles it bottom corner, and Chelsea get the much needed goal. And after that point, it then had a couple more chances. The game were opening up. Fulham were pushing their centre-backs further forward. We had a couple of little nervy moments. One of them with the ball played in behind Azpi. Azpi reads it, running back towards his own goal, left corner of the box or right corner of our own box. Goes to play it back to Mendy. And Mendy, for some reasons, come off his line and just comes running towards Azpi, which is a problem. Whenever you've got that sort of situation happening, it's a nightmare. We're lucky enough we managed to deal with it and get it away once the shot comes in. But we had some opportunities where we played Timo Werner in, who come on using his pace. He was unlucky late on with the ball, one-on-one with the keeper from the angle. He tries to whip it in bottom corner, doesn't get no whip on it, and it just goes dead straight and goes about 10, 15 yards wide. Second opportunity, he's in, and just as he's about to pull the trigger, they come across and shut him down and get the ball away. But it was a scrappy, much-needed 3 points for Chelsea, and that's what we need to focus on. We've now got a massive game coming up against Leicester. I was complaining in the commentary about what we're doing from goal kicks. From goal kicks, we just seem to be playing the ball short all the time to Silva or to Rudiger or to Zuma. I was complaining in the first half, the fact you got Olivier Giroud up front, launch it up to him now and again, switch it around a little bit. I'm nervous with Mendy's kicking. His kicking's not good enough at the moment. Times it's okay. When he's being put under pressure and we're just putting ourselves in bother, which we don't need to do. But, you know, we got through the game today, and that was vitally important with Leicester coming up Tuesday, then 3 other big games in Burnley, Wolves, or Wolves, Burnley, then Tottenham as well. It's just a game where today was all about the 3 points. We've seen that Frank has said they've had the team to work together for 2 weeks to improve and work on things. And what was very noticeable for me first half, the Chelsea press was much better. It was more coordinated. It was more organised. People were going together, which was good. But there are still some negatives when it comes to the movement. There was times in the first half and in the second half, Fulham were playing 5 across the back line, sitting no deeper than the edge of their box. They had the 3-man midfield and they had the 2-man midfielders, but the 3 up front were also tracking back in. So if anything, when Chelsea picked the ball up in the centre circle and looked forward, every single Fulham player was behind the ball and they were shutting the space down. And we kept trying to recycle it side to side and going backwards. Thiago Silva and Antonee Rudiger probably touched the ball the most out of anybody because we weren't incisive enough. At times we were looking to do it. It did come off first half with a dummy from Ziyech, the layoff from Giroud and Ziyech's shot, but it wasn't done enough and often enough for me. Second half, we were trying to play balls quickly in between the lines and we were finding those, but as soon as you sort of turn towards goal, you're then being crowded out. So there is elements of our play which is encouraging. As I say, the press, trying to play the ball forward at times. Also, the fact that Frank Lampard switched it up, changed the formation when he could see it wasn't working, made good substitutions, and we ground out the 1-0 win. Yes, there's a lot to be improved on. Yes, there's a lot to people will probably moan at. But at the end of the day, we come into this game knowing that 3 points and a win and 3 points and the win is all important. That's what we got today. Now we can use that as a base to hopefully get better and build from. That's what you need to be realistic about. There's going to be people on my comments saying, Lampard out, just hold your horses for a bit. He reacted today when he had to. Maybe some people are saying half time, fair enough. But we started that second half much, much better, much quicker, and we're forcing them backwards, which was good to see. He reacted when he had to. He made a good substitutions. We ground out the 1-0 win. Let's take it and now focus on Leicester, which is a very different ball game on Tuesday. So, as I say, there's plenty that we can still improve on, but the good thing is we ground out the result. At times early this season, we wouldn't have done that. Times last season wouldn't have done it, but we have today. So let's just focus on 3 points, and all-important 3 points, and the fact that we keep going. And let's try to be positive. Please, if you enjoy this video, unedited, uncut, just me talking to you like this, then drop a like on the video for me. Then subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss when my videos come out, which is most days of the week. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments section. Have a good Saturday night. And let's look forward to watching Liverpool take on Man U tomorrow and kick lumps out of each other. Have a good evening. See you next time.